Welcome back. This is Arunfoot Chowdhury. You are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. It is December the 9th, 2024. It's a Monday, and yes, it's the day that the draw of the AFC Asian Cup 2027 third and final round qualifiers were made. I've put out the draw over there, and of course, the topic, which of course is to interest of all of us, is who did India get as opponents? And yeah, I think we can live with that draw. India's going to face Hong Kong, India's going to face Singapore, and India's going to face Bangladesh in Group C. It could have been a little easier, it could have been a little tougher, it could have been a little trickier. So from that standpoint, I would say, yeah, could have been this way, could have been that way. But I think as Indian football fans, I think we can live with this draw quite well. And that would be sort of my first reaction to the topic of the draw. Let me know what you guys think. I've done also a short video on the topic, trying to explain in 5 minutes what I think, or what I think about the draw, and have a look, read, watch, read, all of that as well. And yeah, as we look forward to hopefully another interesting, insightful discussion on football in India, as we also look at the I-League as well. Delhi FC scored an upset today, winning 1-0 away to Srinagar Deccan, their first win of the season. So they move off the bottom, and in the top clash, Real Kashmir and Inter Kashi played out a 1-1 draw, with Inter Kashi moving back to the top of the table. Coming to talk of the AFC Asian Cup, XYZ says Hong Kong with origin players beat China and Mauritius. Singapore with origin players play in ASEAN Championship, and Bangladesh is unpredictable. Yes, XYZ. That's one way of looking at this, and the other way looking at it is that we beat Hong Kong last time around 4-0 in Kolkata in June 2022 to qualify for the AFC Asian Cup, or to confirm top position in the group. Hong Kong also qualified, so that I think I take as a positive. Singapore, yes, is also a team which potentially could be a little better than what we've seen, but I think but I still think that is a team that we should be able to take care of if Manolo Marquez gets things sorted in a certain way. And Bangladesh, when you say is unpredictable, yes, it is. But I think a lot depends on what happens in the coming days and weeks. Is Bangladesh able to get Hamza Chowdhury to come and play for them? I think that's the big question. If Hamza Chowdhury comes and joins Bangladesh, I think Bangladesh are a much stronger team than they are at this moment, I would say. So to me, I think those are small little factors, but I think small little but potentially decisive factors on where the journey could go to me. So therefore, yeah, it's not the easiest of groups, but it's not the most difficult of groups. So let's see how it is. Hi, Pujon, welcome back. Good evening to you as well, and not only to you, greetings to all of you here from sunny Spain. Yeah, I'm looking outside of the window and it's still sunshine outside here, outside of Malaga. Mike says it looks kind of 50-50 chance, to be honest. Yes, but if I look at the groups, for example, I look at Group E, Syria, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Pakistan. Afghanistan, Myanmar, and Pakistan would have been an old SAF group, so to say, if India was in that group. Would have been, I think, a little bit more trickier, even though my preferred group would have been Group B with Yemen, Bhutan, and Brunei and Dar es Salaam. But still, I can't forget the factor that how good or how bad we are at the moment, and we're rather on the bad side than the good side. So therefore, for me, that is a worrying factor, and therefore, I would certainly say that there is the danger that especially Hong Kong could be a really tricky opponent for us. But again, for us at the moment, anyone is a difficult opponent, because I think is not on India's side. So therefore, I hope we are able to sort ourselves out and play better football and showcase ourselves. But yeah, I'm not 100% certain we can do that. XYZ says Ashley Westwood is taking revenge against the AFF for not selecting him. Now we're got to face Hong Kong. We beat them 4-0 last time, but this time Hong Kong looks ready. I think they're favorites. Let's see. So I don't know. Let's wait and see. But let's see where it goes. But Ashley, I don't think didn't want to take revenge with Afghanistan against us. Didn't want to take revenge against us now with Hong Kong, because I think his coaching career is built on having come to India. So therefore, that's something which is there. Hi Kumar, welcome back. Ashish Negi on Kiranati was saying, thanks to AFC, the away matches are close, so AFF doesn't have to lie. Again, was saying, I will arrange a cozy chartered plane. AFF always doesn't have money. Good. Are they so close? I mean, Bangladesh, Singapore, I understand, but Hong Kong is a bit away, huh? Hong Kong is what, 4 or 5 hours away from India? So I don't get that logic. Sorry, what that logic is from if that was said. I think our chances are bleak. Let's see, Kumar. So if we didn't qualify, this will get very tricky situation for Kalyan Chaube and Manolo. Mike, I think it'll get tricky for Manolo. Is it gonna get tricky for Kalyan Chaube? I don't know. You know, and to be honest, to me, if there were reasons for the president to be in a difficult position, then I would say there are multiple of them, right? So for me, this is not a situation where I would say, you know, it is something that is logical, right? To me, that is something which has to be taken into account. But if there is a situation where the president is under pressure because of the performance of the Indian national team, or other things that are happening in the AFF, there are quite a few reasons. You know, we could have then seen not only the coach leave, but also the president leave in the summer, and that did not happen. Teams like Bangladesh always give more than 100% against India due to factors outside of football as well. Would be a physical battle as well. Won't be easy at all. But again, we have to win. Pujan, totally agree with you, bhai. On this one, it is the battle of the Bengalis always. You know, let's see if I remember 2019 when we played in those qualifiers for Qatar. 22, we played a 1-1 in Kolkata. We needed late Adil Khan header to equalize for us. So Bangladesh is not an easy customer for us. So for me, all these three teams are not easy to beat, but on top of easy to beat, I think my bigger concern in these qualifiers would be the fact that we have to also look at, as you know, the travel of things, right? AFC supposedly it's also put out a schedule. Let me check what the schedule is for the matches. I look at Group C. We open on March 25th, 2025 against Bangladesh. So we've got a home game. Then we travel on June 10th to Hong Kong. We then host Singapore on the 9th of October, travel to Singapore on the 14th of October, have a match in Bangladesh on the 18th of October, and then on the 31st of March, we would play our final game against Hong Kong. So yeah, that could be the decider. It might be a home match against Bangladesh to decide who it goes there. So let's see what happens. But again, this group isn't easy, but it's not that, as I said, it's not the toughest, especially that Bangladesh situation is an interesting one, as Pujan points out. You know, there are political implications at the moment also when we talk about India, Bangladesh, and therefore it'll be very interesting to see how it is handled by the AFF and by Indian authorities. And hopefully it's handled smartly and not, you know, unwisely, as it does happen once in a while, so to say. 10 minutes already gone. 14 of you watching, thanks a lot as always for your support. Doing this in between work here in Spain at the moment on work. I hope everybody is fine where you are, wherever you are in the world. And those of you who might be new to the channel, it would be great if you like the content, what you're seeing, what you're listening to, leave a like behind, share the content, let other people join in our conversations. Let's continue to grow the community. 8 likes so far tonight. And if you think of coming back on a regular basis, do leave a subscription behind. We are at the moment at 1,979 subscriptions. That means 21 more to go to reach the 2,000 marks. Thanks a lot for all of you who are following this channel. So keep on growing this channel, and thanks a lot for your support. Sir, we are qualified on a regular basis. Mike, we've done that now twice. So that already in itself is a success. 2019, 2023, qualifying. 2027 would be a record in itself, a hat trick of qualifications. So therefore, for me, that is something which is very, very important. But therefore, it is, for me, it is a must that we qualify for this qualifiers. That's why I said a few days ago when I made that video that we need to consider bringing Sunil back. Not only consider, I think it's a must that Manolo Marcus and the AFF work on bringing Sunil back. I actually did a video 7 days ago on that topic. Do watch it. This was before Saturday's incredible performance against Kerala Blasters for BFC. So therefore, for me, that is, I think, one of the key factors. And the boys have to step up very, very clearly. Manolo and the Indian team have to step up. I said, for me, September, October, November, I'm not going to bother too much. I'm just gonna, let us do better. Let him try a few things. But March onwards, the results count. Bangladesh is a nice opponent to start off better than the others, and then let's hope this team gets it together. That's my biggest concern at the moment. Let's see if they can do it. It said Ashley Westwood knows more about Indian players, Indian football than Manolo Marcus. I don't think so. Ashley's worked in India. Ashley knows players, but Ashley hasn't worked in the ISL in the recent past. So I think that is something which is a bit of a difference. He knows about Indian football, but I don't think he knows more about Indian football than Manolo Marcus. Don't think so. Nadeem says Singapore is playing ASEAN Cup now, will face Malaysia and Thailand next week. Yeah, again, for ASEAN countries, that's a big advantage. They have that great competition, which is very, very competitive. But also one needs to remember a lot of ASEAN countries who do well in the ASEAN Cup don't do well when they go out of the ASEAN region. So that is another factor. So hopefully that plays into our hands and helps India to take care of Singapore as an opponent. I guess Bangladesh and Hong Kong will be tough, but anyhow, if we don't qualify, no excuses. Yeah, Roshan, I think at the moment any team is tough for us. So Bangladesh, Singapore, and Hong Kong could potentially be tough for us. But as you say, I think there is no reason to say, So therefore, for me is, but qualification. Yeah, if we want to be something and want to become something in football, then qualification for India from this group for this tournament is, in my opinion, a must. No doubt about it. I totally agree with you, Roshan, on this. It was said Ornava that India-Bangladesh away match will be so intense. This is eye-poking at the trade relations between India and Bangladesh, especially with the public. This will be toxic. It has been toxic for us when we go to Bangladesh, so it's not new. So for me, yeah, it is a topic. But again, as I said, we need to, first of all, I think we need to ensure that we win all 3 home matches. I think that's what I said last time around as well. Home matches are key. And then if we can win matches away here, there, then it gives us opportunities. So let's wait and see what we can do. It's better we avoid Turkmenistan and Malaysia. Do you think Hong Kong with their new player addition same level as those two? I rate Malaysia higher than Hong Kong. Turkmenistan, not 100% sure if they are better than Hong Kong. but Hong Kong with their players of origin is certainly something to consider, and therefore again they've naturalized foreigners, they've gotten players in, and and if we look at their last two matches, their last match was against Mauritius. They beat them 1-0, and they beat before that Philippines 3-1. Before that, a win against Cambodia, a loss to Liechtenstein, a draw with Fiji, and a win against the Solomon Islands. So for me, Hong Kong is difficult, tricky opponent in my opinion. So therefore, not to take easy. They have, as I said, it's one of those tests for us, and it is something. Let's wait and see what we can do against them. But I think it's not going to be an easy one for us. As I said, I think this group is not an easy one, but it is. It could have. Let's put it this way. In my opinion, I think it could have been worse. I think it could have been worse. This is not the easiest. This is not the best group, but it is better than most other groups that it could do. And if I look at Hong Kong, I think especially certain players, Michael Ude-Bulusor, for example, who plays VfL Mannheim in Germany, is someone who wasn't called, but still someone I think who's very interesting. But we've got Matt Orr in there. We've got Everton Kama there. They've got strikers who can Nicholas. So therefore, it is a tricky opponent. So therefore, it will be interesting to see how we do against them. Oops, sorry, just got stuck out of StreamYard. 1 second, just give me a second. Let me just get back into the system. There I am. Our toughest opponents will be Bangladesh. They will go for every ball. Their players will be highly motivated against us. We also need to see this match as India, Pakistan. Show on one side, yes. I think from the intensity, from the noise around the game, it will be the toughest. But football-wise, I think Hong Kong I would rate higher. So therefore, my concern would be from a football perspective to play against Hong Kong is tougher than playing Bangladesh, and at the end, I think quality does matter. So the question for us is, can we cope with the quality that we could face against Hong Kong? That to me is, I think, a big question mark. Thoughts about Kerala Basasi fans' reaction against the management? Adarsh, it is the right of the fans to criticize club, coach, players, and management when they get such results. The question now is, will this lead to the management changing anything? And if you ask me, I don't honestly. It's interesting also to see Apik, who's come in as a new CEO, has been honest from my knowing him the way he is, but that honesty doesn't seem to be made the fans happy, right? So it seems like, to me, it is something that the fans are like, you know what? Yeah, you've been honest, but it doesn't help us. It's not what we want, what we expect from you. We want results. We don't care. We want now trophies. We want something from the team, right? And I think that's the difficulty. I think that Abik and everyone at the club finds themselves at the moment, that they're not there where they would like to be. I think that is the reality. If again, I think the difficulty for someone like him to come in is to try to pacify the fans, because the fans are, as I said, upset. but he is only implementing what I've seen even people say, oh, you know what, they're making money, they're taking out money, this and that and everything. All of that is not happening. Sorry, you might, and then to me, it's very, very clear. The Blasters, there's a special bond and relationship at that club. The question is now, how can the Blasters, if the management is unwilling to put in really the money to push the Mohun Bagans, the Mumbai Cities, the BFCs of this world, how can they still make it? Right? That's the challenge. So they have to be more creative maybe with their foreign signings. They have to be honest to themselves of, you know what, Adrian Luna might be our talisman, but Adrian Luna at the moment is not the player that he was 2-3 years ago. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens really. So therefore, it's a difficult one. Not sure how it will work out actually. How upset would you be if something goes wrong? We don't get the home wins, boring draws, missed chances, and we finish second. Would you be understanding? What would your reaction be if we finish last? If we finish last, whatever we've played, how good or how bad we were, finishing last is not acceptable, period. Finishing third, in my opinion, is not acceptable. That's the reality to me, first, foremost. If I would then want to take it forward and continue to discuss it, if we finish second, I wouldn't be happy, because to me, looking at this group, looking even at our difficulties, it is surely possible for India to top this group, even with our difficulties somehow. And that is going to be the challenge for us. It starts with Bangladesh. We need those 3 points, and we need to look from match to match. But looking at this group, looking at also that hopefully Manolo can work with the players and develop something, yeah, that's going to be the challenge. Any chance Bangladesh plays Hamza Chaudhry? Bablu's animation, good question. I don't know. And to me, they've been working on it throughout the year. They've not still worked it out. I don't know where it's stuck. I'll try and find out and get you more information on that. But Hamza Chaudhry playing for Bangladesh against us, that would not be something that I would like to see, at least not for the home game, for our home game in March. But yeah, it's a possibility for next year. Hi, Dead Shark. What do you think of AFC draw? I feel if we start scoring and gain momentum, we can qualify. What do you think? Yeah, I agree with you. As I said at the start and say again, and said in the video as well, which I made earlier today, so I would do watch it. I think that we have gotten a group with which we can work. It's not the toughest group, but it's also not the easiest. Let's be honest about it. It's somewhat tricky potentially, but it's a tricky that we can work with. Again, we don't need 6-7-0 wins or 4-0 wins. I just need wins. Even if it's a dirty 1-0, a dirty 2-1, it doesn't matter. It's about the results. And I link it to the next question of observation. Your reaction to many people, fans and football YouTubers asking Sunil Chhetri to come back to Asian Cup qualifiers and then decide the play is sad in this way with the 40-year-old, what he thinks. XYZ, I was most probably one of the first ones who said it in September, October, before even the ISL started, before the season started, that if Sunil is available, we need to consider it if the other striker options are not good, if he has a good season in the ISL, and he's having a good season in the ISL. So in my opinion, it's not a question. It's something that Manolo needs to think about. He's tried out things in 3 matches. And to me, at the moment, I would say, I think Manolo needs to think about getting Sunil back. Period. That's my opinion. It's lagging. I hope it's no longer. So is it, sir, which players are fit for Asian Cup qualifier? Emmanuel, too early to say. We are now in December. The qualifiers are in March. So this is a question that we need to discuss in March, then before the qualifiers start. So once more, as an info to everyone, March 25th, India hosts Bangladesh. So that's going to be the first game of the qualifiers. So hopefully we will be ready at that time to host Bangladesh. We need Sahal and Ashik back in national team. Let's see. Both of them need to perform. Ashik played well yesterday, but needs to play regularly. Same applies to, let's see. Other players as well who need to be informed. We'll have to wait and see what happens. If these players are going to be back or not sure. Hi, Shivansh. Welcome. Nadeem asked, do you think Chhetri should have played versus Qatar and retired? That was a crucial match against their B team. Retired in the middle of the FIFA window was not great for me. Yeah, Nadeem, we discussed it in the summer. The topic was that Sunil, I think, wanted to retire at home, and I think I think the decision to retire came after the Afghanistan matches and after the failures against Afghanistan. So I think Sunil wanted to retire at home. He retired against Kuwait. And Sunil was also not in a good nick at that moment. Let's be very, very honest. The last year of Sunil's career wasn't the best in India colours. I saw a very, very alert Sunil last year in the SAF Championship in Bangalore. I saw the semis and the final. So therefore, for me, that was lacking then the next 12 months. Therefore, for me, the decision is from Sunil's perspective, from a fan's perspective, but at the time, I think, so let's see, where it's happening. Good evening, Ishan. I am doing fine. Getting a little bit of sunshine here in Spain. I hope you're doing fine and all is good. Any news regarding Manolo reaching out to Sunil for a comeback? Monok, good evening. I have not heard anything on this matter so far. The only thing that I know is that, the coach will most likely look into the matter. At the moment, again, I think there's a lot of hype after Saturday. After that, that exceptional performance from Sunil, that was a world-class performance. But I think at some stage, I think the momentum, the matter is gaining momentum, and I think at some stage Manolo will have a word with Sunil. I would think so, but I don't think it's happened so far. Do you think India will play one friendly, one qualifier match in each upcoming window? Shomo, it makes sense, except the October window. October window has, October window has 2 matches. Other windows, I hope that we play always one friendly, one qualifier. That gives the coach a little bit of an opportunity to try out things, to test out things, and then, prepare the thing in the best possible way forward. Hamza Chaudhary with other talented origin players and with that soulman, Dia Bate guy. Mali origin, look at Tank, very, very deadly. He will overwhelm Sandesh and Anwar combined. This is bad. Let's see. Let's see which of the origin players join Bangladesh or are allowed to play for Bangladesh in these upcoming qualifiers. Ashley is now coach of Hong Kong. Hope he doesn't do an Afghanistan to us yet again. Yeah, Ishan, let's see. There was said earlier in the show that Ashley wants to take revenge that he wasn't given the India job. I don't think so as well. Also asked was if Ashley knows more than Manolo. I don't think so as well. Ashley Westwood is a good coach. Hong Kong is a potential good opponent. So let's wait and see what happens in those games. It's showing all home games at Kolkata. Is it realistic considering AIFF preferring Gachibowli, Hyderabad? XYZ, I don't think that all matches will happen in one place. And so far, the AIFF has not confirmed any home venue. So I don't know which platform is showing that all matches in Kolkata. But, so let's see. There is a huge Kerala Blasters FC fan base in Bangalore. They are one of the most passionate fan bases. It is indeed frustrating for fans to support a club which doesn't win titles. Dead Shark, yes, on one side, I agree on that point. But on the other side, most clubs around the world don't win trophies. Some of the biggest clubs in the world have never won a trophy. So therefore, this is part and parcel, sadly, of the life of a fan. A lot of fans support teams in the second, third, fourth, fifth year of football, and teams which never win. I mean, look at the Wrexham documentary, right? Before, the Hollywood superstars came in and transformed Wrexham into a team which got promoted from the National League, now from from League Two to League One, and now are even fighting for promotion from from League One to the Championship. They're struggling for 15 years. So struggling as a club, that is part and parcel for it. So therefore, for me, that is something which is, it's something which is part and parcel. And for fans to then say, "Listen, I will not support my team because it's not winning," that is the worst thing to do. That is not the right way of developing of evolving a fan culture. Sorry. India defeated England 7-0 in e-football. Yes, Crystal John, finally 7-0 India versus England. This is what we wanted to hear, right? I think these Asian Cup qualifiers are in the national window, right? So after playing Bangladesh, we can arrange with teams like Cambodia next qualifiers for next match. Ready? Let's see XYZ who we play before playing Bangladesh. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to maybe play a Nepal or something to prepare, and then before we play Hong Kong and Singapore, play an ASEAN, play an East Asian side. Let's wait and see what we want to do. Besides Asian Cup, ISOFC are playing without foreign players in I-League. What's your opinion? Emmanuel, it's a conscious decision from ISOFC, if I understood it right. Good for them. ISOFC, Mizoram Football, has always been producing players over the last many, many years. And, and therefore, let's wait and see what they can do. Of course, they've had a decent start to their campaign, but now very interesting to see how they sort of cope without foreigners. Thank God, at least we are decent in eFootball. eFootball says XYZ, and Blues says Manvir scored 5 goals against England in FIFA E World Cup. Yeah. So Manvir Singh is world class after all, even only if it's in eFootball. I heard Ashish say that AIFF will most probably choose a venue which will allow them to play free of cost, like Hyderabad in our last game. Yeah, Ishan, I guess that's the situation of the federation. So let's see what happens. In your opinion, which is the best way for a fan club to register their dissent against their clubs? See, it could be, there are different ways. Is there a perfect way of showcasing, highlighting dissent against your club owners? One way, of course, always is to potentially put out banners, to state what you feel, what is wrong. Best way is actually to get into a dialogue without even people knowing that you're in dialogue with your fan club. From a club perspective, I think that a lot of clubs in Europe do that. They have conversations ongoing with their fans, which most other fans don't even know that these conversations happen, or fan groups give inputs to the club. I think that's a good way to do it. Speaking about it on social media, but the point is, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on that front. Kerala Blasters club value 300 crore as per Marcus report. Okay, Crystal John, don't know where the valuation of 300 crore comes from, because the valuation of 300 crore would have to include assets. And then my question is, what assets do the Blasters or what assets do other clubs have? Now, is it possible to have another game in between qualifiers? I wish it could be possible that we would have a game and then the qualifier game, but I'm not sure if and how it would work. So yeah, let's wait and see how that plays out. I personally feel many Bangladeshi players are better than our ISF players. What do you think? No, I don't think so, Beneath. I saw Bashundra Kings against East Bengal in the AFC Challenge League, and East Bengal clearly were the better side. So therefore, for me, at the moment at least, again, Bangladesh has also faced a lot of turmoil in the recent past. So therefore, maybe the players are not as good as they have, and therefore, I wouldn't say that the Bangladeshi players are better than ours at the moment. I don't see that. I don't know. At least I don't. Yeah. Let's hope Kerala Blaster doesn't suffer through this period. It is one of the few success stories of recent years in Indian football. Yeah, failure is part of it. Northeast United has faced it. I think Northeast United still hasn't really reconnected with their fans. And then sometimes the question is, once you lose your fans, can you get your fans back? And it's a tough ask, I guess, at the moment. Which group do you think is the group of death? Will we see surprises like Yemen, Afghanistan qualifying? I feel Group D could be tricky with Thailand, Turkmenistan, Chinese Taipei, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, I think, could be an interesting one to see. Turkmenistan could also give Thailand a run for the money. I think Group E, Syria is too strong for the others, but I don't know how with this whole political turmoil and other things, how this affects the Syrian national team. Afghanistan, Pakistan, I'm not 100% sure. Where does it stand, And that would be the other one. Otherwise, very often the groups I feel have, again, Lebanon, Yemen, Bhutan, Brunei to me looks like the weakest of the groups. But in most groups, I feel there are two good teams, and then, let's see what happens. Jamshedpur FC have most assets among all ISL clubs. Do they? I'm not sure. Are they really their assets, or are they assets of Tata Steel? I'm not sure. Does the Cochin Stadium meet FIFA AFC requirements? If it does, why don't we host our games there? Ishan, I don't know if it's gone through any assessment in the recent past, but I would have thought it was part of the Under-17 World Cup squad. World Cup, sorry, in 2017. Afterwards, it wasn't deemed fit. I'm not sure if things have changed. So therefore, let's wait and see what happens, but not sure. And again, the question also is if the Kerala government is really willing to put in things and support the All India Football Federation in hosting matches. I personally was praying to be in Group B. Yeah, Binit, me too. If I look at it, Yemen, Bhutan, Brunei looked to me like the weakest of them all, but it didn't happen. So therefore, that's the reality of where it stands. Vietnam and Malaysia will totally fight for the top spot. Yeah, that's going to be an out-and-out battle. And if I go by current form, I potentially see even Malaysia being better than Vietnam. I think Manvi Liston should start over Changte in upcoming matches. Shumo, we are more than 3 months away from the matches, and therefore for me, too early. Let's have that discussion in March. Manvi Liston have played well in recent matches, but for the national team they haven't. Same can be said about Changte. So therefore, let's wait and see what happens. Do you think Gurpreet and Sandesh are needed in starting, irrespective of their form? No, I don't think so. But again, in regard to Sandesh, name me a better centre back than Sandesh Chingan. That's one. And Gurpreet, yes, of course, has made mistakes, but it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Kumar says, I think miracles should happen to come top of the group. I think every team in our group do not think, not even for draw, but they think only for a win. We do not know how to score against low block. Okay, Kumar, let's wait. As I said, let's wait and see. And I don't see, for example, Ashley Westwood in Hong Kong playing a low block. Well, it's not his style. That's not their way of playing. And he didn't even do that with Bangladesh. So this whole low block, high block, forget it. I don't think most of us realize that we need to finish on top to qualify, which looks very difficult at the moment. Of course, it's very difficult. Let's see. Hi, Blue. I say franchisees are not clubs. They don't have club tens, thousands of general members. That's why they are not connected to fans. Okay, how do you say that? It's just this whole club tent business is nice to have, but how you say that ISL franchisees are not clubs? In some sense, the Kerala Blasters, although it is happening is more of a club than maybe the Kolkata clubs. In some aspects, I would say Mumbai City, Chennai FC, FC Goa are more than clubs. The Kolkata clubs don't do grassroots, don't do proper youth. So then, how do you call them clubs? Ask yourself that question, Sanjay. Hi, Rishabh. Hi, Abhijit. Good to see you. My prediction is India isn't qualifying. Sorry to say. Okay, Abhijit, I hope you're wrong, but let's wait and see. How do you think the national camp will work out with ISL schedule in March? Roshan, the schedule is put in. Let's see. Manolo wants a few days more. I think Manolo will also now call up certain ISL coaches to get their okay. And then they will most probably then talk to the ISL. Let's see how they work this out. This time, AFF Player of the Year nominee will be interesting. If Jingan will win. How can Jingan win, Abhishek? Sorry to ask you this, because Jingan didn't play much, right? Jingan has been playing just the last few weeks. He was out for the whole year. McCartan must get national team chance. He's in great form. Okay, Sanjay. We need a run like 2023, else no chance. Yeah, Blue, that's true. That's very, very true. That's very, very important. Now, I think Bangladesh knows our weakness. They know we cannot score against low blocks. Ashley Westwood knows in and out of Indian football, he's not going to leave us that simply in Singapore. Kumar, let's wait and see. As I said, let's see. This low block, high block discussion, Manolo has to find solutions. That's the job that he has. Let's see. I mean, I'm confident with the current team finishing in second, but fighting for top because I don't see any scoring options. Draws will not make you qualify. Okay, that's the point. XYZ. Draws are not important. Wins are. Apart from October window, national team will be playing a single qualifier per window. Hope some sense arises in officials' mind and they arrange a friendly before qualifier matches. Rishabh, as has been said by Manolo, the November window, he wanted one match, right? So, and he's clarified that now I think 2-3 times in interviews. I don't agree with that approach, but that's been the approach of Manolo Marquez, where he's wanted one match in the window, and it is the way. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Manveer scored hat-trick against Japan. Yeah, that's e-football or FIFA E for you. They follow club structure. Sanjay, they don't. That is my point. If you want to talk about club structure and what a club should consist of and what, a club does not only consist of a first team. The club consists of a complete structure of youth football and of grassroots. Please tell me which Kolkata club has that. And forget the big three. Let's talk about all clubs. Right? Don't justify things which aren't there. These clubs need to be bigger, and they have potentially bigger entities than being just clubs. They should be at the forefront of the development of Indian football, and they're not. I'm seeing Hong Kong finishing top of the group. Okay, Manolo. Yeah, you said that also under the video. Let's see. So this qualification race reminds of this discussion of whether Asia as a continent should have more slots in the World Cup. Where are you in favor of this view? Both sides have good points, I feel, on this topic. Ishan, Asia has not justified more slots in the World Cup. we are now getting 8.5 slots. Yeah, South America, Africa, even Oceania is getting now a fixed slot. Everyone needs to justify that. The best football is still being played in Europe. I personally think our defense is also not properly set yet. We don't want slow guys, two slow guys in the centre back position in the era of modern football makes us vulnerable. Yeah, beneath, but where are the better players? I like this group of India. Yeah, sort of could have been worse, as I say. India will only play one match in every window till March 2026. Manolo going too much. We have camp. No, Manolo, we're not playing one match per window. Match schedule announced by the AFC. Once more, as a reminder for everyone who's watching, we're playing one match. We're playing the match day one on March 25th against Bangladesh. Match day two is on June 10th away to Hong Kong. Match day 3 is October 9th, India, Singapore. Match day 4 is 5 days later, October 14th, Singapore, India. Match day 5 is then in November 18th, Bangladesh, India. And then 31st of March, India versus Hong Kong is the final game. And March, June, November and March 2026, we could play matches. And then there's the September window. So there's quite a bit of opportunities of playing friendlies. Let's see if the AIFF Manolo Marcus do something about it. So be realistic, who's finishing at top of our group? Yeah, Manolo, if there's two sides to this. To me, on one side, at the moment, if I look at current form, then I will be worried. I think that Hong Kong, with the naturalized foreigners and players of origin that they've brought in, look dangerous, no doubt about it. Bangladesh, I think a lot depends on Hamza Chaudhry. If Hamza Chaudhry comes in, I think that team is going to be much better than they are at the moment. On the other side, I think if Sunil Chhetri can keep up this form, Manolo can get him back. That could be a different India side. So therefore, for me, that is something that we'll have to see. And for Manolo, it's time to get the best out of these players because these players are certainly not playing the best of their football. That is my biggest concern. If this team was crap, if this team was rubbish, and we couldn't do anything, I wouldn't think about it. But I've seen a lot of these players play much better, and therefore that has to be the aim. Indian football is nothing without 3 Kolkata clubs. Shomo, they're key, yes, but on the other side, they're not the start and the end of Indian football as well. Indian football is bigger than these Kolkata clubs, and this is something that in Kolkata people don't want to accept and understand. These clubs could have done much more for Indian football. They should be at the forefront of development of Indian football, but they are more destructive than helpful to Indian football. That is my concern. People don't want to hear that. When I say that, I told the club officials that. And without me, East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, or even Mohammedan now would not be playing in the ISL. So let's be very honest about that. We are back to long camps demands yet again. The whole world is dumb and we are the smart ones, is what Indian national coaches think. Yeah. Nadeem asks, how did the I-League broadcasts and work done by Shachi already in 24 matches for some spectacular goals? Nadeem, the few matches that I've seen or parts of matches that I've seen, the quality of the broadcast look good. Don't know what you guys think, but I thought the broadcast has been good in this campaign of the I-League. Vashwar and Polo, the other guys that I've heard in the commentary, both of them are doing a good job. So yeah, it's been good. After a rocky start, one should not forget. No one can beat India in mobile games, says Crystal John. Is Manolo afraid to lose matches? I don't know. Singapore, Hong Kong, India, anyone can finish top. I don't I know Singapore are bringing in naturalized players, but I don't really rate them that highly. So, yeah, that's my opinion. I might be wrong, but that's my opinion at the moment. I rate Hong Kong much, much higher than I do Singapore. Overall, if we don't qualify for the AFC Asian Cup 2027, all investment done on top of the top division should rethink the strategy of improving quality and consistency. Players, what FSDL do? Kumar, the question at the moment to me doesn't arise because the first question is FS still going to be around next year? That should be the first question. And the second question is, if we look at 10, 11 seasons of ISL, I think there's been, as I repeat to say, a lot of things in and around the field have improved. I was discussing this today with someone actually here in Spain, who's been in India, and he says, it's a different beast now, but the big problem are the Indian footballers. And when are we going to wake up to realities in regard to what I always like to say, grassroots, youth football, coaching, competitions, scouting, all of these things. That is where our problem lies. Our problem doesn't lie at the top of the pyramid. Our problem lies at the bottom of the pyramid. And how does the top of the pyramid influence the bottom of the pyramid to funnel the best players to the top? Do you think India brings back Afghanistan nightmare in this part? Murali, good evening. I don't hope so. I don't hope so, but yes, that is sadly possible. With current situation, do you think Bangladesh matches home and away has some security challenges? Abhijit, I think that is being talked up more by a lot of people than I think in reality it is. Bangladesh and India and football have always been friends. East Bengal has just played Bashundhara Kings. They were very friendly with each other. I know that there were certain Bangladeshi journalists even in Bhutan, and they interacted with East Bengal, so that wasn't an issue. I hope it is not an issue and it's a non-starter of an issue, but it could be. I don't hope so, but at least I am. Let's put it this way: I'm happy at this moment that we are not in a group with Pakistan, because that would have most probably raised a lot of issues and a lot of problems for the AIFF and for the PFF. But Bangladesh, I hope that these countries in the next 3 months can better the relationships. What performance do you think will make you feel, I definitely did not expect this from national team of performances? That's why the statement. If we waltz through this group, if we literally dance through this group and beat everyone and get 18 points. Manveer mobile version fire nahi wildfire hai, says Crystal John. Most of these big PR clubs only exist in social media, don't have any physical presence. Okay. India can on their day cannot beat any team in our group. India can on their day cannot beat any team in our group. Yeah, India on their day can also beat everyone in the group. That's the interesting part. Between winning, losing, and drawing, everything is possible in this group. That is our personal challenge for this football team. Can we beat our opponents? Yeah, so. This time Manolo has to ask for a friendly. Maybe we'll win against Bangladesh, but against Hong Kong away, they'll need an away friendly. Rushabh, let's wait and see what plans they do. Let's see what happens. Mountain Sport is now scouting across India and have announced plans. Okay, I think they'll even let them sort out their mess in the ISL first and run their team properly in the ISL. And then I think they can talk about everything else elsewhere. I think that's the biggest problem I feel that Mohammedan Sporting face at the moment. I think it's a blessing in disguise. In World Cup qualifiers, we became casual, well-looking group, but this time everyone in the team will be serious because of this group. Yeah, Prasenjit. Interesting thought, and I agree to it. The point here is that this is a group, if we don't take an opponent seriously, all three, then we're in trouble. I think that's something we should not forget. Heard Mohammedan Sporting had some salary issues. Yes, it's been going around that there are salary issues, there are payment issues. Yeah, let's see if they can. I mean, they've got a new investor in, and that is Ranchi. Let's see how they sort it out. In only October, we play 2 matches, rest only 1 match in modern football. Coaches prefer matches over camp, but then there comes in. Yeah, Manolo, that's yeah. I mean, you used to carry the name of Igor Stimac. Now you carry the name of Manolo Marquez. So you have, that's something. Your thoughts on Vinit Rai? He in the out of radar? No, I don't think so. I mean, he's been captain of Delhi FC. Punjab FC in Delhi, in the Delhi matches. So he's there with Nikhil Prabhu, with Ricky Shabong. So those three have been sort of. So he's there. He's still there. They have won more than 100 trophies among themselves. Yeah, Sanjay, great. But what have they done for Indian football development? Over 100 plus years. I can build a first. If I have the money, I can build let's say if I've got every 100 crores to spend, I can build a first team and beat everyone. What value do I add to Indian football? Zero. Right? If the secretary of Mohun Bagan recently said, our focus is the first thing. We don't care about grassroots and youth football. If you said that elsewhere in the world, let's say the Barcelona president said, you know what, tomorrow we do not care about youth and grassroots. We shut down La Masia and whatever. He'll be hounded out of the job. And in Mohun Bagan, fans praised him, which means what is the value of that club to Indian football then? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Does that get into your mind and understand of what value these clubs should have, and what they actually are doing? Are they helping Indian football develop, or are they harming Indian football? And if you're not saying they're harming Indian football, then it's the end of the conversation, because you don't understand the basics of how football works. Sorry to say that, right? And this is our problem, that a lot of fans only care about their own clubs. They don't care about Indian football. That Indian football comes first. Everything else comes second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. A lot of club fans don't understand that. And it's not just an Indian football problem. It's a lot of fans in a lot of countries, a lot of clubs will always think of their club first. Country comes first. We are feeling because of that. I hope we qualify, and then AIFF should start thinking of more friendlies before the main tournament starts in 2027, not 25. Yeah, let's see. Will India play both home and away? Yes, of course, Murali. 6 matches, 3 home, 3 away. It's that kind of a mixture of matches. Hong Kong Simp are calling more foreign players to India matches. Let's see. All 3 away matches India can lose, and that is a worrying part. Yeah, I'm not doubting that. That's a danger. Do you think one player can make difference in football? Of course. We've had these players over generations, always. Individual players. A Messi can make a difference. I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo, Maradona, Pele. These guys, lots more to name. Manjapara makes statement that they won't be selling match tickets, boycott campaign going on against Kerala Blasters FC management. Okay, Baulu's animation. So they're taking it to the next level. Indian football, nothing, not one Bengal player playing a national team delusion. Yeah, XYZ. I think that's the question that the 3 Kolkata Giants need to answer. Hong Kong and Singapore have better technical players. Manolo, every team that we've played in the last 2 years had better technical players than us. Sad reality, but that is what I've seen, and that's a worrying sign. But sorry, every team we played, they had better players than us. So therefore, that to me is not something, it's not extraordinary news to me. That is a fact, and that's a worrying fact to me. Zinedine Zidane came back from international team retirement for France. We should lure Chhetri back into the team, completing his 100 goals. Very good example. I remember Zinedine Zidane came back and they reached a World Cup final. Of course, he got a red card, but for the tournament. Every team around the world plays qualifiers for their continental or for the FIFA World Cup competitions. When Indian team was playing good in the early days, it was Bengalis in AFF with the regular corruption wanting more Bengali players in national team. I don't think so. This is also what people want to construct. XYZ, I don't buy that fact. Hong Kong have scored goals against Iran and are beating Mauritius and Philippines. Yeah, Manolo, good. Qualifiers are different than friendly matches. Don't forget it. How is Crystal John's quality in mobile game? Yeah, interesting. There are no referees actually in these games. Should be an interesting fact. Host will be picked on basis whoever funds the match, not where the crowd is good. Yeah, Manolo, but that's a reality. If I like it or not, sorry, I just have to switch the AC system over here. That's a fact. That's a fact in Indian football, if I like it or not. And we need to look at that, and it's not something that is somewhat working, right? It is a reality. It is a difficulty of what there is in Indian football, and therefore we have to live with that, right? So therefore, for me, that is something yeah. To me, we need to be better. Period. And we are not there. We are nowhere near where we could be, where we need to be. That is something where we are. If OCI is allowed, what will be a realistic position or rank? Abhishek, it doesn't change overnight. It depends on which players come in, who's given a passport, how do we settle the players into the system. It is not something. I do think if we allow OCIs in, I think OCIs will take over the national team. I don't know how many will come in, but again, if you would allow OCIs, maybe 14, 15, maybe even 20 players would come in. I think if you give them enough time, I think they can take us to a World Cup. Everyone is afraid, but in broader picture, if we see, even if we would have qualified with easy group, we would have done nothing in main tournament. But if we qualify from this group, we will go stronger. Prasenjit, yeah, do we go stronger? Do we not go stronger? I'm not sure. Sorry. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case for us. I think the situation as it stands for India at the moment is that we need to find a solution to our problems in striking problem. Very simple solution. Sunil Chhetri has to come back. That's the only solution that I see at this moment, if you ask me. If I see other solutions, team composition, team play, I think Manolo has to be realistic, and Manolo has to, be maybe learn something from the Stephen Constantine playbook, and build something in a way that we can compete with the other teams. I think that's our challenge. That's our biggest challenge at the moment. That we need to be realistic of where we are, what we need to do to be able to compete with other teams. And if we want to compete with other teams, we need to be better than other teams. And that is where the challenge lies for the Indian national football team. We need to be better than XYZ team. We need to be able to win matches. Otherwise, we will not achieve it. Very, very simply said. And that is, for me, the key to us. Good defensive unit, good defensive midfield block. Our wingers need to have the pace. Our attackers need to be clinical. That we need nothing more. I don't want to talk about possession football. I don't want to play counter-attacking football, high press, low press. No, I just need to be pragmatic on the field. Everything else that I want to talk about is not working. It's not happening for us. We need to be realistic where we stand at this moment. We are not in the best of situations, and therefore we need to build on it. Manolo needs to find out soon how he's going to play. I get it. Takes time. We also may win against Bangladesh, but the way fixtures are going to be hell of a task. But I do not see national team winning all the home games. That's a danger. Rishabh, to me, that is a danger. Now the ISL has everything except even exotic salaries. Apart from quality Indian football players, clubs are pumping money like nobody is really ready to invest in your development, grassroots, and coaching. Yeah. Coaching has to come itself. Coaching is not an investment from the clubs. India not going to Saudi Arabia 2027. I stick to my words. Yeah, I don't know. Again, let's see. Either of Malaysia or Vietnam will not play next Asian Cup. Crazy. Yeah. Also going to happen, right? These are realities of how things stand. How to see RF, they are graduates in ISL like Sun and Nathan, so on. I see superior ball control. Yeah, but they're not finished products, and finished products is something different. Sanan, once in a while, uh, um, once in a while is top, and then you think can't even play football, and that's the consistency. Which Indian players will you want to get national team call up in this qualifiers who didn't play till now? Blue, too early to say. I don't want to talk about this in December. I want to see in how these guys are doing in February, March. I think experience, as I always say, experience counts. And chucking in players and hoping that they'll perform. We were talking about for me, Jitin MS. We were talking about him 2 months ago, the greatest player, but now even he is struggling at Northeast. Chante having problems. Hi, Harry. Blue says yes, over an hour already, guys. If you haven't, do share, and do subscribe to the channel arunfoot. 18 likes so far. Thank you very, very much, everybody. And we are closing in on the 2,000 subscriber mark. We are at 1,981, so 19 more to go. So thank you very, very, very much for that, as always. And keep on watching, keep on supporting, and keep on growing the community. So please predict group topper from every group and be realistic. Okay, what to be realistic? Let's go through the groups. You see them here on the screen. Let me go through them. Tajikistan, Philippines, Maldives, Timor-Leste. Going by current form, most probably it is Tajikistan. Group B, Lebanon, Yemen, Bhutan, Brunei, Dar es Salaam. Clearly Yemen. Yemen. Bhutan and Brunei don't stand a chance, in my opinion. Lebanon surely are the big favorites, but again, it's politics going to be a topic. Let's wait and see. Group C, India, Hong Kong, Singapore, Bangladesh. Well, my heart wants us to win, but I think Hong Kong will cause us quite a bit of problems. Group D, Thailand, Turkmenistan, Chinese Taipei, Sri Lanka. Let's see. Sri Lanka going to be able to settle down in these qualifiers. Sri Lanka might be the dark horse in this, but normally Thailand is too strong. Group E is Syria, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Pakistan. Clear favorites are Syria. And Group F, Vietnam, Malaysia, Nepal, and Laos. They are, to me, not Vietnam, but Malaysia, per current form, look to me, look to be the favorites of winning it. It's such a bummer of a situation that you're worried of just facing any team with the current national. It's even like even Samito can fancy a chance. Well, then that's the problem. That is the real problem. Group may be easy or tough as per team, but I'm sure for traveling, this group is easy. We can have direct flights to all three. Now AIFF can make players to add the 3 flights of Afghanistan reach one day before us. Okay, Harry. Punjab FC, Mumbai City FC, Bengaluru FC and other ISL clubs have better management than the so-called legacy clubs. Yeah. For Man City, which country football comes first? England. Prashant, the question doesn't arise, and that shows me the ignorance. Sorry to say that. England, how many England players have they produced? Right? Phil Foden, amongst others, right? So for them, England comes first. It doesn't matter who the owners are. This is something which needs to be understood, right? That match against Afghanistan was literally the lowest ever. If it had gone our way, we would have not be here. Yeah, well said. Well said. Very well said. By the way, what a game between Real Kashmir and Interkashi. Saw a little bit in the end. Saw that Interkashi had to fight to get back into it. And yeah, Real Kashmir made their home advantage work for them. You should be proud of Punjab FC, the way they play, the way they conduct themselves, the youth team. I hope Northeast United FC can copy that. Yeah, Abhijit, doing well. Of course, can make one proud. Joby will arrange chartered flight for Bangladesh game. Manolo, yeah. Chartered flight doesn't matter. If the advantage is that theoretically for all 3 destinations, there are normal flights regular flights, and that makes it quite easy to reach, be it Singapore, be it Dhaka, or be it Hong Kong. Is ISL a top 20 league in Asia? In theory, Manolo, yeah, surely it is. Recently, for national team, Anas came back to national team. Yeah, Shan, very, very right. There's a certain number of players have come back for national teams around the world, and yeah, it has helped. Manchester City doesn't do growth for of England. It's already there. It's a dumb question to ask about City doing for English growth. Look at English youths. Now many of players just from City in just 16 years. I think Harry or others as well. Has anyone been to Manchester? Have they seen the eastern part of Manchester? You know, the investors of Man City, Sheikh Mansour and his family, have redeveloped East Manchester, right? A somewhat barren patch of land. Have not only just built the Etihad Stadium, the whole complex, the connectivity, housing was built, and their academy has been producing players, right? So to even think of that, right, to make that sort of a comparison, yeah, makes no sense. Can Sunil play 2027 Asian Cup if he comes? You're asking a big question, Manolo. If he continues to play the way he's playing at the moment, why not? And I feel Sunil has showcased himself in a way which is exceptional. And the way he played on Saturday is the best the best Sunil I have seen in the last 4 or 5 years. I don't know what you guys feel, but so from that perspective, he's taken himself to another level. He has to sometimes maybe decide of maybe skipping on the one or the other window of friendly matches, just focusing on the big matches. And that's where we need him. We need him in the qualifiers. And if we qualify and if he's still playing in January 2027, then I would like to see Sunil Chhetri playing in Saudi Arabia if we qualify. This is from the BS they had fed people in the movie Maidan. Stop taking movies literally. It's fantasy, not facts. Yeah, Shushmit. Should have been said at the start of, Sir, it looks like you are not at home today. No, I'm not, Manolo. I am actually in Spain. I'm in Malaga. Yeah, very, very nice, beautiful. It's weirdly, it's become a little cooler today, but still it was sunny, it was nice. But yeah, I'm in Spain today, therefore a little bit of a different surrounding than usual. I don't think Sunil can play the Asian Cup, but we need him to qualify. Yeah, Blue, again, as I said, who knows? This guy has been defying all odds. We look at Cristiano Ronaldo defying all odds. So who knows these guys? What's wrong with Mohammed? And even they started really well. I feel they're falling apart like the players fighting with each other. Only a matter of time they will go back to I-League as first Kolkata Giants. Abhijit, I don't know what the problem is. Financials have been said to be a problem. Others have said there are issues between people. Now club officials are fighting with people who've been put into the boards. So therefore for me, a lot of things are not going right for them, and they're not willing to accept that. I think that's the big thing, that Kolkata clubs, the Kolkata Giants, East Bengal, a lot of things are similar. Even Mohun Bagan has certain problems where the club officials, the legacy club officials, don't want to accept that there are problems. And then if they want to stay relevant in the long run, if let's say next year the ISL turns away and the ISL shuts down and people pull out the money, who's going to give them money? No one is going to give them money. Those days are over, right? So therefore, they should pray that the ISL continues, that Reliance stays. Otherwise, these clubs will face a lot of problems down the road. Ronaldo can play if they allow OCI. Yeah, Shushmit. those opportunities are sadly over for me. I have played one match at the Salt Lake Stadium in front of thousands of people, and that is more than enough for me. So that is the reality. Westwood versus Manolo, yeah, once more. Westwood versus India, and Ashley has a better team, has a much better team to his disposal with him Hong Kong than he had with Afghanistan, but he pulled it off with Afghanistan. So a lot of respect for Ashley, what he did with the Afghan national team earlier this year against India, but now he potentially has a much better team at his disposal. If we can't win from this group, we should stop playing football altogether. Shushmit, I would say very well said. I think this group, not a gift, but it's close to it. As I said, there is Group B is a little easier, but I still think that this is a group that we should be able to do something. Sir, can you tell about Bilk? I think you're talking about Abhik Chatterjee, CEO, right? Yeah, you're talking, sir. Can you talk about Abhik Chatterjee is his name in detail, how he is a CEO? Can we bring something good for fans? Aditya, the point with him is Abhik has worked quite a while now at Odisha FC, was with them and just left Odisha FC, then joined the Super League Kerala. Last, I think, 2-3 months he worked with the Super League Kerala, now moves on to the Kerala Blasters, someone who understands football. He's come actually from a fan background, used to do a podcast, used to do some media work, and then came into management. Yeah, sure, he could give something, but the question is are the fans willing to accept that? Are the fans willing to do, that is something that they'll have to prove. But the surroundings are not easy. It comes mid-season. That's also always a difficult one. So let's see. Whether it's tough group or easy group, the important thing is to qualify. People say tough group and what all, and forget what we are right now. Cannot afford to lose AFC spot. AFC bring perks, friendlies, better opponents, preparation, etc. Yeah, Harry, let's hope so. It would be great, but I don't think Sunil is in Manolo's books. He wants to go with new young ones, but unless the young ones who take his place are dead bad at it, he has no option but to get him back. Well, then he has no option. At the moment, who is the option to replace Sunil? I don't see it. Sorry. Syria might not even play the AFC qualifiers. Forget about the Asian Cup. They might not exist from here. Going to break into many halves. Harry, could happen. Let's see. Yeah, but we will have to wait and see what politically happens over there. By the way, how Delhi won against Trinity, didn't see either. Was shocked by the result. And yeah, the unpredictability of the I League is back. Mohun Bagan, East Bengal also have produced many national team stars over the years. Yes, Prashant, have they? Or have they took in players who were produced by smaller teams in Kolkata or by the Tata Football Academy? Right? That is the reality. They are not producing players. They go for finished products or give a little bit of a finishing touch to players. They do not spend time and effort on grassroots and youth football, right? Or even the reserve sides are full of players who've been brought up by other teams and then, are not brought in. World knows Indian football because of legacy clubs only. Prashant, the outside world don't know the legacy clubs. You know what? The world knows Indian football because of the Indian Super League 10 years ago. The world knows about Indian football. Yeah, I'll brag about it because of people like me who live and work outside of India and work in football. Indian football is known more because of me than all three clubs put together. Crazy to say that, but that's a fact. Right? Nobody cares about these three clubs outside of India, except Indians, Bengalis. And if these clubs were as big as they said, and I've said this on these channels of people, right? They then should be filling that stadium of Salt Lake Stadium with 60 plus thousands for every match day if they are really a big club. If they supposedly have those crores of fans, filling a stadium of 60,000 week in, week out should not be a problem. Big clubs do that around the world. Big clubs fill their stadiums. And therefore, all clubs in India calling themselves big is great. Even the Blasters can't fill their stadium to capacity every match day, right? Forget the others. So don't make the clubs bigger than they are. Indian football is bigger than these clubs, period. Indian football is much, much bigger than these clubs, right? And there are people who work for these clubs who've said in private, but never in public, they're not as big as they think they are. And that has been said by a number of people who've played and coached for these clubs over the years, who are even worshipped by the fans. The fans would not worship them if they said in their face what they really think about the club. Sorry to say that. I'm a Manchester City fan myself. I know what Mansour built. He changed a lot of everything from literally nowhere to one of the top charts in England each season. City produced stars like not many academy do. Yeah, Harry, very, very true. Pep played a major part in, although huge credit to him for making City the way it is now. But that is also. Cole Palmer comes from where I don't know why people just hate Man City so much. Big European teams, fans don't like a traditional small team to do well is the only explanation. Yeah, no, it's a closed shop, right? So for City to be successful, to be other teams to be successful, they don't like it. What's the problem? Not world. Some people know India because of legacy clubs rather than the quality of some. 6 years ago took the initiative to make us better from roots. We might have been in World Cup. Yeah, that's true. That is where these clubs failed. That is where these clubs fail because they only care about themselves. They don't care about Kolkata. They don't care about Bengal. They don't care about Indian football. That is said, but they've not done it. It was also those great legends of Indian football who supposedly did so much for Indian football. They've done nothing for Indian football. They have destroyed Indian football. And I've told these people on their face that. And some of them didn't even disagree because they said, yeah, I care about myself. One day when I get old, I will write a book and then write a book about a lot of these so-called old legends that Indian football have who have destroyed Indian football, literally, right? India's running riots in FIFA E-World Cup. Yeah, good. Can Real Kashmir play from Kashmir if they get promoted to AISL? Pep, I don't think so. Infrastructure looks difficult. Don't think so at the moment. I don't know. But to me, not possible. Do you think Afghanistan going to create another panic to us? Afghanistan is not in our group. How can they create panic to us? Or you mean Ashley Westwood? Ashley Westwood could, yeah. Some got to know about Indian football because of us hosting under 17 World Cup as well. Yeah, it is ISL, it is under 17 World Cup. It is people who live outside India who work and talk about Indian football. These are the realities, which again, if you tell people in Kolkata, they don't want to believe that, right? Recently, someone who was working with one of the Kolkata Giants said, do they understand in Kolkata that the clubs in the ASEAN region, clubs in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Thailand are X times bigger than the Kolkata clubs? Do they understand that? No, they don't, right? So that's the reality. The ISL is given, especially in year one. Do you know how many interviews we gave in the first season at Mumbai City to international media? Of course, also through my contacts because of Freddie being there. We had Swedish media. Because of Nico was there, we had French media. Due to me, I know that the Germans, the Swiss were there because of Thiago. The English media was, of course, there as well. We had the media coming in from Malaysia, from Thailand. Mumbai City in the first year was the most covered club in the ISL. Because of the people who were involved, because of the names and all that stuff, right? But before that, people never came to India to cover football. Most of the stories that were done about Indian football came from me. Do you think there is a racist angle to the whole oil money comments about Man City, even if they make their money through oil? What is the issue? I don't think it is racism because it's the same can be said about the Glazers and Man United, Russia and Abramovich at Chelsea. I don't know. It is something. Yeah, that is there. But Man City, I think City's rise because they were a smaller team than all of the others. They were at some stage in League Two, League One, which League One now, that they've risen up to the top of English football. I think has ruffled a lot of feathers, and people don't like that. And therefore that is something of a problem for people. But yeah, they've done a lot of things right, and therefore they are. I mean, I've visited themselves myself. The infrastructure that City has built, not only with the Etihad Stadium, but around the Etihad Stadium, the small stadium where they've built a top level women's team as well, the youth level infrastructure, So yeah, do you think Roundless Punjab raised their standards as they have key player? Yeah, yeah, they have. I know it might be licensing many problems, but do ISL need to allow local stadium of old club when they get to ISL, Greater Kashmir, Aizawl FC, Shillong Lajong, etc. to bring some authenticity here? No, I don't think, Harry. I think there are certain standards that they need to adhere by, and again, you can see once you start watering down your standards, you will not get your standards up, and then the ISL becomes an I League. Can Sri Lanka beat Thailand? I think Sri Lanka can be a dark horse. Your thoughts? I hope India qualifies along with Sri Lanka. Also, do you think Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan has any chance? I've said that to me in the group, Thailand, Turkmenistan, Chinese Taipei, Sri Lanka could be in Group D a potential dark horse, yes. And Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, Bhutan, surely not. Pakistan is in a crazy group. It depends also, as I said, a lot of what happens in Syria. Syria are the favorites. And Nepal, no. Vietnam and Malaysia are too strong. How do you see fans getting banned for racism issue? Good. But then we need to start that in India as well, right? And then we have a huge problem. Does oil money runs modern day football? No, Blues. Blues, it doesn't. It is a factor, but it's not the money that is running football. Is India's group a group of that? Absolutely no clear favorite or bottom team. All four are evenly matched. I don't think it is evenly matched. I think there are other groups which are stronger or more even. To me, still, despite all the problems, India are favorites. Yeah, that's what I've heard also from friends who are saying. Despite all the problems, most people in Asian football expect India to qualify. So therefore, India are the favorites. It will not be easy. Let's put it this way. But for India, it's to me, it's a challenge of a question of how can India sort itself out to be winning this group. So therefore, for me, that's the question. But I think Hong Kong can and will give us a fight, and Bangladesh, I think, depends a lot on the factor if Hamza Chaudhary is going to get back into the team or not. Yeah, if Hamza Chaudhary comes in, can make an impact, then Bangladesh are a different team. Do you think our struggle continue to find quality striker? Oh, Murali, it's a valid question. I think if you want to answer it, I think a search for a quality striker is actually over, because there's only one quality striker, and that is captain, leader, legend, Mr. Sunil Chhetri. I don't see anybody else being a quality striker in Indian club football at the moment, be it any one of the young guns were there, Irfan Yadwat, Farooq Chaudhary, Rahim Ali, even Amanveer Singh to add to the mix. No, none of them are. So to me, I think we need to discuss, or Manolo needs to discuss with Sunil, a potential comeback into the Indian national team. That's the only way that these qualifiers are more realistically to be successful. And again, Manolo has that task on his hand. So interesting to see what he can do. Right, nearly now 90 minutes done of this conversation on a Monday evening on the 9th of December. Yeah, it's the end of the year coming up. A day that the draw for the AFC Asian Cup 2027 qualifiers have been carried out and the groups are now out. I still think Hong Kong, Singapore, Bangladesh, not the easiest of groups, but also by far not the toughest of groups that we could have gotten. So therefore, from that perspective, I think it's something that we can work with or work, you know. So therefore, yeah, I think it's a very interesting one to see how it goes. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe arunfoot here on YouTube. As always, thanks for your support. 22 likes so far today. I think we can do better. Had 27 yesterday, so thanks a lot for the support. Share these videos as well with others, and if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. Let's keep on growing the community. Let's get more people on board. 1,981 subscribers at the moment, so 19 left to reach that 2,000 mark. So thanks a lot, guys, and yeah, keep on supporting. Thanks a lot. Who is the most difficult opponent, Kapala, in this group? Pranjal, if you ask me, it's Hong Kong. Hong Kong to me is the strongest of the opponents. Yeah, Singapore, Bangladesh will be interesting to see that comparison. Bangladesh depends, I think, a little bit on the players of origin, and then we'll see. I think we should beat all the opponents, but it won't be a cakewalk. We need to work a lot harder, especially against Hong Kong. It's a lot better with all diaspora players. Bangladesh can call Hamza, but settle may take time. Yeah, but again, Hong Kong is not calling on diaspora players. It's actually naturalizing a lot of foreigners. So let's see what they can do. Do you think we are not molding the available striker because our options limited? We don't have options. What molding? You know, that's the question. Bangladesh versus India. If any violence occurs, could FIFA ban both? Trust religion, Hasina, all fodder is there. Arijit, I don't want to go down this route of violence. Yeah, it could happen for one, it could happen for both, it could happen for none. I hope it happens for none. So let's not, again, I don't want to politicize football. I don't want religion to be part of the discussion in football. I just want us to play football and then let the better team win, or let it end in a draw. We had 2019, Bangladesh came to Kolkata. It was a very, very friendly atmosphere in that match. It ended, of course, 1-1, and we were unhappy. But yeah, that's what I want us to see, and also for India to, to stand above this whole political rumblings and mumblings. How much tennis famous in Europe? It's big, Murali. Tennis is quite big in Europe. So, so therefore for me, tennis is a big sport. Mohammedan is concerned to get David back on loan from East Bengal. Blues, yeah, nice one to think about. But is David the striker who's going to get you goals in the ISL? I'm not sure. That would be my question to Mohammedan Sporting. If David would be the striker to get you your desired results, the aim that you have to be able to, climb up in the ISL table. By the way, today, Indian baseball team played Pakistan and lost it. Is baseball popular in Europe? No. It's maybe a little more popular than cricket, but it's not popular. Hamza will play in position of defensive midfielder. It would be hard for Bangladeshi forwards to finish and score goal. Blues, he's not there yet. And once he's there, we can think about what he can do. He could be a box-to-box player and then boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Hamza Chaudhary has that quality. Would any other venue than Kolkata be safer to prevent maybe further complications? Harry, I'm not sure if Kolkata would be, again, we're talking about March. I'm not sure what the situation would be. Yeah, maybe. I think Kolkata, might not be a good location Hyderabad also. Not sure which one. Maybe Odisha. Yeah, who knows? Recently, India Bangladesh Asian Youth United final happened. Bangla captain was inciting crowd to chant Allahu. The Indians. I hope you're aware of the incident. Yeah, but what is the problem of starting that, right? The Indians chant something else. I don't know what is that. Did Anas retire before coming back to play in the ASEAN Cup? Yeah, he did come back. He retired and then came back for the Asian Cup. Do you think Bangladesh match shouldn't be hosted in Kolkata because violence may occur, or should be played in Kolkata to give them the toughest atmosphere? Your opinion? I don't know. It is still 3 months away, and I think it's it's something that the AFF will discuss with the government, the central government. It would discuss it with the respective government in that state, and then they'll have to decide what they're going to do. To me, if you ask me on that, in the current scenario, I don't think Kolkata would be a wise move to play. Can we DY Patil Stadium better than Mauritius Stadium? DY Patil is not better than Mauritius Stadium because it's not a football stadium. Is Navin Pat not been elected again? Is it a loss for AFF, especially use its infrastructure stadium for camps? Yeah, of course. The question is, yeah, it has to. He built a lot, or he allowed a lot to be built. Pakistan is a decent baseball team. Indian most famous baseball player, the $1 million arm film was made too, but now that person's competing in WWE as a wrestler. Okay, Arijit, didn't know that. Interesting. Do you think certain visa of player might get rejected due to political issue? I heard a lot of stories. Morally, if that happens, then it, the AFC, FIFA not FIFA, but in this case, AFC gets involved, and whoever is creating that problem would face consequences. So I think they will be careful on that front, not to incite the political side of things due to visas. That would be something which would, in my opinion, these would not be wise. Therefore, whoever's going to try and do it, my opinion would, to be honest, to say, not wise move. Right, 1 hour and 38 minutes now completed. So yeah, 90 minutes plus injury time. If you don't have any more queries and questions for the day, I'll slowly try and come to the end of this live. Once more, guys, if you've liked what you've seen, what you've heard, do leave a like behind, share, as well, these kind of videos. 23 likes so far. Thank you very, very much for that. And if you want to watch more of the content on the channel, do leave a subscription behind as well. Again, try to work towards that 2,000 mark. We're closing in. So let's hope we can do that. So I'll take a few last questions and then I'll slowly come to the end. Can USA beat Brazil in upcoming years? Yes, Murali, they can. Can players themselves deny to go to Bangladesh like they denied it for Iran? I know it's AFF scenario, but could this happen? Maybe we can face this qualification Air Force player. As long as the AFC says the match is taking place in XYZ said, so therefore for me, any individual can pull out. It's up to him. But if the AFF says we're going there and someone wants not to play, it's up to the individual. Here, there's an AFC criteria that says matches should be in 60-kilometer area of airport. Nigga said that there is any. Blue, some of these mega cities, the airports are a little further away. So I think there's either a distance or a time measurement. If India hosts Olympic, what would be your reaction? At the moment, I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. I think we should improve with sports and then think about hosting Olympics. Aren't Indonesia competing with the same team in ASEAN Cup? Why are they struggling to beat Myanmar after beating Saudi Arabia, Saudi Australia, etc.? Orijit, I think the ASEAN Cup is a different beast altogether. A lot of teams suddenly do well in that tournament when they don't do well in Asia. So therefore, yeah, that's the reality. A question out of curiosity, let's assume SF hosts the Bangladesh game in Kolkata and fills around 60K. How much money on tickets and advertisement would have and after expenditure on stadium rent? It depends on the ticket pricing. I don't know, they might be earning 2 or 3 crores in max out of that game. Also, even Timor-Leste is giving teams like Malaysia a tough fight. Yeah, that's it. If European Premier League player can play in Bangladesh, then why they can't play in India? Because we don't have an Indian origin player in the Premier League. Very simple. Right, 1 hour and 40 minutes crossed. Slowly come to an end of this live on a Monday evening. We'll try and do another live tomorrow. Not sure if my timing allows that, but I'll try and do that. As we recap, as you can see here, the groups out now for the AFC Asian Cup 2027 round 3 and final round qualifiers. India set to face Hong Kong, Singapore, and Bangladesh, and yeah, a group which I can live with. Yeah, let's let the qualifiers start in March. Now we know the groups. Now Manolo, the players know the groups. Let them prepare the best possible way. And to me, that's very, very important. To me, very, very clearly, our only aim can be to qualify for the Asian Cup. Very, very clearly, that is what it is all about. How we play, what we play, it doesn't matter. The results count, and let's hope we do. And I'll be speaking about it a little more with you in the days to come. Also, do watch the shorter videos. I did one earlier today on us facing Hong Kong, Singapore, and Bangladesh in the Asian Cup qualifiers. Yesterday did something on Mikkel Store. I'm a little surprised, but that video seems to be going quite well amongst Blasters fans at the moment. Nearly 500 views. Thanks a lot for that. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. We are at 1,982. So thanks again to the new subscriber. We are closing in on the 2,000 mark. So that's a small milestone for me. I know for many others it wouldn't be, but it is. So thanks a lot for your support. And I'll be back hopefully tomorrow to speak to you guys. This is Sunil Chhetri signing off. Like, share, subscribe. Bye. Good night.